Okay, let's try this again. Okay, and we're back, I think. Hopefully this helps it. If not, I don't know. I'm checking to make sure we're live on Facebook and YouTube again,
Well,
the second time,
well, that was a neat sound. Welcome back, people.
I
We're
think.
checking to make sure the feed's good, and it's going to be good this time around. Got the internet gods they promised us.
Well, we'll see. All right. We're on Facebook and YouTube again. Let's see how this works. If it cuts out again, I apologize. Not my fault. Okay, what were we talking about? Circovirus.
Yeah, it's 5 or 6 different viruses get into your young birds, and it's usually after you wean them, about 3 weeks to a month after, or young birds that get stressed, it climbs on.
So you're saying it can happen with young birds, even that are 6, 7 months old?
Yeah, even almost yearlings.
Okay.
If they've been, I should say, like babied, let's say baby, they're not trained, they're not worked.
Or they just get stressed out and they can't handle the stress. So, you
Yeah.
know, if you have that problem, we're not saying that you babied them. So please, don't tar and feather us. We're saying if the bird just gets stressed, gets upset, you switch its sections, has a bad day, you know, that it can happen.
So,
Do you
they're
think that
talking about,
transition from race season to after
The
race
end of the year?
season, yeah, at the end of the year, do you think that has an effect on them? Do you think that's why
yeah,
it
I think
comes
once you
on?
shut those race season, uh, they're they're getting trained, they're racing, and they're work, work, work. Once you shut that down, something happens there.
Well,
And happened to some birds.
and
I had one bird myself, went backwards. She flew 9 races, 100%. About 2 weeks after, she went downhill. That was it.
well, the other thing is with
She went in the flower garden.
what some people don't realize is not only have they been raced hard, but then you just shut them off like a tap. You just shut the water off. You take the lights away, and the birds, they kind of go into a shock mode. And I know a lot of people, they're so very quick to just take them out of that section, switch to the section because they're getting ready. They're already starting to pre-think for breeding. And I think that even bothers the birds more. I think sometimes, again, to distress them or to decompress them, you know, maybe 2 weeks after the races, you go from, you've been, training and everything, maybe give them the odd loft time out, then slowly off, maybe let them sit in the loft that they raced in for, maybe 4 to 6 weeks to let them decompress. Slowly back the lights off. But I mean, hey, again, that's we're handling them with what do you call it, kid gloves there, whatever you want to call it. But
I had a bird one time came in a stray, and this bird was from west of us, about 50 miles, and the man had his name stamped in the flights. That's his name and phone number stamped in.
right,
And I called him up. I said, I got this bird. The bird comes like no problem. I've trained him a couple times.
right.
He said, you know what? You can keep it and fly it if you want. Came very well from the races, like really, really well. Didn't win, but it
Right.
was like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Right. It was steady.
Always steady. So he said, you can do what you want with it. Keep it. Okay. I parked a pigeon in the fall.
Yep.
And one day I was in a section where the door was open. All those young birds, they all went out and in.
Yeah.
But I had them locked in because of the hawks or whatever.
Yeah.
Went over my head, gone. It's like
He got pissed off.
He got upset. You change the grit, he gets upset.
Oh yeah.
You put them in another section and they're gone.
Gone.
But,
They're pretty. You know what?
Me.
Pigeons are smart, eh? Don't tick off a pigeon, and they, you over race a pigeon, and they'll quit right in front of you while they're racing, and they'll do something that you've never seen them do. We see now with real good pigeons. They're coming good, topping right at the top of the combine, and all of a sudden you've gone 12 weeks in a row. 9 weeks is young birds, 12 weeks is yearlings, and on the third year you're trying to do it again. And that was nice. And the third year, bird just goes and lands on the house roof and just sits there and looks at you. And you know at that point, he's done. Back to you, Leah.
Tim Taylor, can we come get the birds on Wednesday, 11 a.m.? Yes, Tim, I believe Robbie's already made arrangements with Ryan to come on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Troy Spencer, Richard, I saw those stamps. I like the idea of stamps on the wing.
I don't know. We can't even figure out bands, Troy. Forget it.
Oh, well, this man put his stamp on the flights, right?
For what? Oh, what was
Like
his
in
name?
case they get lost or whatever, right?
No. Well, that'll really get in this world, in where we are. We're not ready for that.
My stamp on my wing is, if it comes to you,
Keep it.
keep it, or put it in the flower garden. That's about it, right?
That's about right.
A bird should never come home in a box or
Have
in
you
a basket.
ever brought a bird home and it turned around? You went and rescued it somewhere and it turned around to do anything?
Never.
Has it ever?
Never.
Guys, put that one in the comments. How many? Because I'm sure there's loads of guys that have done it and got great results. I've never had one yet.
You know, I want to say something to think about. There's young people or beginner flyers.
Mm-hmm.
They expect to be on top right away. In other words, they bought birds at the auctions, European birds. They spent maybe $500, $1,000, $2,000 from certain breeders, and they think right now, I got it made. I'm going to go ahead. It doesn't work like that. Okay, you got to take your time. You've got to, you got good birds. It's not easy. Don't think because you bought expensive birds, you think's expensive, that you're going to go ahead and now conquer. No. If you get a great guitar, doesn't mean you're going to be playing the great guitar right off the bat.
I think new pigeon men, I don't know. It's either they watch stuff on YouTube or they read a couple books or they talk to a couple pigeon guys and they almost instantly think they're going to do it. Like it's like an abracadabra thing. It's like, if I do go get that guitar, I can already tell you I'm going to suck for a long time.
Even with the most expensive guitar.
And a good trainer, I'm still going to suck.
Yeah.
But I don't ever think I'm going to get good at it.
Even if you have a good trainer, he's going to say, you know what, you have the best guitar.
Can I ask you a question? How do you think you would do in horse racing? I don't have a clue.
I haven't got a clue.
So you think you'd be at the top if we went and bought the Kentucky Derby winner?
Or if I think I want to become a baker or make fancy cakes, I never did it. So, I can't even crack an egg.
But I will give you newbies a tip.
What?
The word professional, Leah, that's a bad word. We should take that off our page because that scares people. You want to learn from guys who know what they're doing. That is something. This word, I've had this said to me too, that we've put the word professional and pioneer, and it scares people.
Let me say something. You should change that word and put it beginners club. Let's start here in the beginners. We invite all. Yeah. And you put out whatever your program is. And the guys that know how to fly, they're going to be going like this.
They'll complain then.
I'm going to come in there and I'm just going to scoop this right for the beginners.
For the beginners.
Troy Spencer, what happened to that pigeon that came back in the transporter? And somebody that I cannot read the name says, I have a question. If you have a question, put it in the comments. The bird that came home in the transporter, whose was that? Was that Mike Van Kempen's?
I think somebody asked that. No, that was
Mike's. It was Mike Van Kempen, and he sent it back to Mount Laurier. She went out at Mount Laurier, and I don't know if Mike got it back.
Was it Mount Laurier?
Well, no. It went back in Matheson, and the next week I think Mike said he brought it back and sent it out again.
Mike Vandriak, Toronto is working on a more restrictive bylaw. I'm sure they probably are, Mike. David, advice for new flyers, need to be patient. Well, yeah, patience is key with pigeon racing, but it's unfortunately something that a lot of people don't have, including myself. I'm not patient either. I want it now. You know, when I see something or I want to do something, I want to do it now. I don't want to wait 10 years down the road. So I'm the same way, and I get it.
I think
Let Leah
this
finish.
is the new
You
school.
cut her off there. She wasn't
No, I
That's
finished.
didn't.
fine.
Yeah, you
I was
did.
done.
She was done.
Okay. I think, you know what I think too, though, it gets very frustrating. I've heard this from new flyers. Well, these guys don't tell me nothing. Guys don't tell me nothing. And I'm starting to get it, eh, Leah? I'm getting it now. I'm almost at the point, I don't want to help any new people. Do you know why? I give them the advice, okay? I give it to them, I give it to them, I give it to them, I give it to them on a plate. Then I find out they don't listen. Then they call me and complain. What I told them not to do, they did it. And I'm almost getting to the point where I'm starting to understand these old guys. And they go, huh, you figure it out. That's what I had to do. You figure it out.
But you got to realize, a new person, the mind can only take in so much.
So I think
it takes years.
Right.
If you don't get any help.
But if you're talking,
you got to listen. It
if
takes years.
If you're a new guy, pick one guy and talk to him and get his ideas and sort of work with it. You pick 10 different guys, you get 10 different answers, and then take a look at the guys you're asking.
Oh, that's right. I'd have to say.
It's like, can I ask you a question? I had somebody say to me, you know the problem with your one-off race was? You trained him in the evening. That was an excuse, right? Pigeon men, we find anything to make an excuse. You know, I got another guy says, I like watching your shows. I like watching your shows. I don't know if I'm going to come back into your race this year because I'm new at this. I don't know if I have any good breeders. I'm going to tell you, you never know if you have a good breeder. And the odds of you getting a good breeder, the only one way you find those good breeders is you keep testing your pigeons. You can't go and say, well, these are good, because every year it's a different one. And you're not going to find a pre-potent breeder like that. So you got to keep trying. And you can't get down on it. But some of the people, I shake my head and I don't ask me, I don't know. Whatever you go, do what you want, go.
Okay, we got questions. Dave Crozier, nice to see you on. Ryan, did any of the guys at Woodstock have badges?
Badges.
Yeah.
I think there were lots of badges, Dave. If I think
Dave,
I think Dave will get heated up when I tell him something.
Yeah.
I went down there. Let's not
get into that. But you know what I will say? I will say, well, what he was going to say.
I think we should protest this whole government.
No, just enough of that. Could you just get off that? Because we're not going down that road. I just told you not to, and now you're going.
Okay, go.
But it's quite sad. The human was not made to breathe through a mask, just like pigeons weren't made to breathe shavings. Okay? I seen a guy there passed out because of the mask on his face.
Yeah, they had to
You had to get the ambulance to drag him out. You know what? I had such a bad migraine headache from the stupid mask thing you had to wear with the shavings and the dust. And you want to know the worst part? They had two big doors. Big doors. They had them
roll-up doors.
They had them sealed shut, and they're smoking the birds out. They're just smoking the damn birds out. You know what? I wish the food and health safety went in there. It'd have closed that thing down. That wasn't safe for humans in there, nor pigeons. Listen, I was in it. It was bad.
Well,
would you have wanted to stay in there for another 6 hours?
Now we're gonna get tarred and feathered for you expressing your opinion on that. So.
Well, but I felt bad for the birds. You could see the dust in the room. But you know what? What am I supposed to do? Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to sit there and be quiet. I am. I'm not supposed to give a hoot about the birds or about other people. But you know what? I was in there. You couldn't even move. It was so gooey, sticky, and bad. But I had fun.
And I can attest to the fact that when he came home, he had the worst migraine he's had in years. He had to go directly to bed. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, just our opinion. Please don't come for us. It was a lovely show. I wasn't even there, but from what anyway, it was lovely. Moving on. Troy, new flyers need to ask questions. No question is a dumb question. Absolutely. We have a question here from this fellow. How do I train birds from any distance with them to the last point in training? Thank you very much. How do I train birds from any distance with them to the last point in training?
I don't know. So I'm gonna need that question simplified.
I think first of all, law flying is important.
Right.
And train in the direction that you're going to be racing. In other words, you're racing north, train them north. East, east. Make sure you have enough law flying.
Right.
Right.
It means daily exercise. Make sure
Yeah.
they're loft flying around the house. Not let them out. Make sure they're actually flying for an hour or 2 hours every day for 4 or 5 weeks. So they're flying around real good. And then you start training them out. You can go 5 miles a few times, 10 miles, 20
They
miles.
fly for an hour and a half around your loft once or twice a day. Take them 20 miles.
Yeah, whatever
Done.
you want.
They're in condition, right?
Guido, hey all, very well said, Richard. 1 pigeon in 1,000 comes along that gives you instant results, but still you must know what to do with it. Absolutely. Oh, I think their volume cut out, but I will get to Brian Mansker's comment. Get your advice from the best you
One
can
sec.
find. Definitely agree with that. Mike Vandriak, Ryan should have used some yellow drops before he went to Woodstock. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what? I probably
that.
should have tried that next time.
Yeah.
Thanks,
But-
Mike.
So it's going to take about 4, maybe 6 guys to hold you down.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Put
moving
it in my
on.
nose. Put
Next
it in my
up,
nose.
no comments or questions. What do you want to talk about next?
Pioneer, I guess our race course for this year.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay.
A race course
Yeah.
for this year for the Pioneer Club and the Pioneer One Loft race. The confusion, I guess, is coming in. They don't understand what's the difference between the club and the One Loft. It's this. It's the birds are flying along the same course. They're flying against each other. The One Lofts are going to compete against regular club members. It's the same course. The only difference is for the One Loft, it's a bunch of birds together, which Ryan's going to be taking care of or Richard's going to be taking care of. And the club, it's our members, our local members around the area that are competing as well. I don't know if I even simplified that or if that makes sense to anybody, but
the birds just race in two races on the same day. They race in the One Loft and they race against the combine birds. So you get a One Loft prize and you get a club prize.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Hold on. You can't make it any simpler. And if you guys don't like that, if you let us know how we can dumb it down for us to make it simpler for you, you tell me what you guys like and we're going to do it. Because I'm sick and tired of explaining things when do you guys want to get it? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, if we can simplify it for you guys, if you guys can come up with a better idea or something else you'd like to see, Brian and I are at the moment a little frustrated and kind of tapped out with ideas because we invested a lot of time and money in bands
So make it simple.
creating things, and it just seems like there's just a lack of understanding. So I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk about the course if you want, Ryan. I'll throw up the race stations. So it's 9 race stations. It's actually 8 race stations with an optional 9th at the end, which will be an open. So if I'll just put up the first dates here, Ryan, if you want to look at the screen on your, I think, right-hand side. Starting off the season a couple weeks early. We're not going to start in August. We're going to start kind of end of July. July 3rd, Huntsville. July 30th, Berks Falls. August 6th, North Bay. And August 13th, Latchford. That is the first group of, 4 locations?
Yep.
And then we have on the other side, Englehart, Matheson, North Bay. And then September 10th will be an open to anybody, where we go to Smooth Rock.
That's a real good challenging course. It really is. It's getting dead north. We got those 2 Engleharts and Matheson and the Smooth Rock. So Englehart for us here at Pioneer Village is 275, and then Matheson is 318 or 325, and then I think Smooth Rock is 360 or 370. So that's going to be a tough one.
So the course will also be put up on our website, pioneerclub.ca. Brian Mansker, who's the loft managers that are taking $2 and $10 banded birds?
Where's this guy from?
Brian's from the US.
Brian is from the US.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get somebody local, right?
Yeah,
To
maybe.
take those birds if he wants. You got a friend up here, take a local, that's it.
Yeah.
I handle $100 bands, that's it. You handle $100 bands,
Yeah,
that's it.
you gotta
We don't play around with those, we don't play around with the $2, $3, $5, $10 bands. We got enough work to do,
Yeah.
training, fuel, time, training. We don't play around with that.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody else is gonna play around with it locally, find somebody local.
And you
And
know
that's
what?
it.
And
They
you know,
play with
wanna know what the great thing is? We're given the options. And Brian, that's a good question. Who handles it? We're putting this out on a platter for the guys in our area. And wait a minute. Nobody wants to come forth and do nothing. Everyone wants to, in this sport, everyone wants to, for some reason, seem to save money. Right? Well, we gave them the prices to save money. We give them a race course that they don't even have to pay to get on. And yet, you know what? It's still too complicated for them.
I'm saying, you wanna play with the $5 bands, $10 bands, go buy yourself a brand new pickup truck.
Right.
For 80 grand, put the fuel in, $1.45 a liter,
but
like $5 a gallon, $10 a gallon. Start driving up the road in the morning, go and drive. Tell your boss, if you're still working, I can't come to work because I'm driving my pigeons. Then he's gonna fire you, and then what are you gonna do?
Well,
That's it.
It's the same,
Right.
yeah.
That's
But
it.
we get
Play
it.
around monkey business, forget it. You know, that's the way I look at it. We got one guy here that wants to do it. Now I hear through the grapevine, he wants to put $20 bands on his truck. Forget it. You're working for nothing.
Well,
I don't work for nothing.
And the guy's a good flyer. You know, the handlers, Richard, myself, and Mike Van Kempen.
Yeah.
Those are the prices that we handle the $100 bands.
Yeah.
Right? We charge our perch fee and we go to work. And you guys see the show. You guys know what we do. Richard and myself, we do the show. We show you. And I will say, out of all the races that are around, we are the only ones that take the birds to exact spots, show the exact start to finish, the highs, the lows, and there's a lot of lows. There's some real good highs, but we show you the whole thing. And
if I can say something,
and
if I talk to a guy,
I'm not done.
Yeah.
And the $2 or the $3, the $5, the $10 bands is more for local guys here that want to save some money and actually win some money when they're playing and afford to play it. That's for them. I don't know who we're going to find that want to handle guys $2 bands from out of areas. I can't see people doing that.
Well,
I can't
think from a comments, if I could just interrupt there, I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just thinking from my own perspective. If I was Brian Mansker or anybody who lived in the United States, for instance, and the amount of effort that is involved in getting your birds from the USA into Canada, border crossing and the papers and vet papers and finding a loft, and I'm just like, do you really want to be going through all that for the $3 band category? Even if you
so
send over 20 birds, I mean, what are we really talking about here? I just don't think it is economically a smart move.
I'm gonna interject. I'm gonna interject.
And then we
to
have
this fellow.
questions and comments, okay? Not that
Okay.
I'm trying to discourage Brian Mansker. Of course, I
No,
want Brian Mansker to
no.
participate.
But
Brian, of course I want you to. But I'm just kind of looking what's best for you in your best interest. And I don't think the $3 band category in your instance is a good idea. But that's just me.
Right. Or hey, Leah, do you want to just say scrap all the fucking prize money and say just pay the perch fee and watch your birds go down the road and get what we'll do like they do in the show circuit. They give you a ribbon and a badge and a little. We'll make those badges that you can stick on your coats.
I don't know. I think when we first dreamed this up, I thought that there were people that around that were tired of what was being offered because they put so much time, effort, and money into their pigeons. And I just thought this would be a good offering for people who are interested in investing in themselves.
I can say
wanting something more than a piece of paper with your name on it. But I guess
Okay.
people are just happy with that. I don't know.
there's places in this world
Mhm.
where they have $1,000 bands.
That's the start, the entry level.
Yeah, right. So if you got a $3 band, you don't think your bird is what capable? Basically, that's a piece of shit.
Hey, hold on.
Get rid of that thing. You know what? Get more birds, better birds, and concentrate on what you're buying and say, now I want to fly.
Okay, hold on.
But the $3 bird, you have a $3 bird, scrap it. Done. It's garbage.
He's fired up tonight. And
No,
that's
I'm fired up because I know what I'm talking about.
There you go. Back to you, Leah.
On that note,
No.
Ricky's walked off the camera. He's a little fired up tonight. Mike Sheridan, you can race the different money bands from your own loft. That is absolutely correct. Mike Vandriak, people entering the one loft race don't need to worry about the Combine Club. Other than building the $100 band pot, the Combine has no impact on the one loft race. Correct. Tracy, no Mont Laurier. Brian, then why have them for sale if you don't have any handlers? Because the $3, $5, $10, $20, $50 is for our club members in the area that want to participate.
Yeah.
That's right. We have the league, the racing league, and then we have the one loft. It's two separate things.
I don't care. Guess what? Give me the $3 bands. Give me as many of them as you want. The perch fee's the perch fee. You know what my perch fee is?
Come on now.
I don't need prize money.
200 birds in, and they're all going to have $3 bands.
Good.
Okay?
You want to know what?
What's
We're
$3?
We're going to give them one of these. We're going to give them one because you know what? It's not about the money. Is it about the money? I'm watching people there. I'm watching people down in flying in the Peach Classic. Right, the guy there won $100,000 or whatever the hell's going on, and you know what? He lost 900 birds down to 60 birds, and everyone ripped them. You know what? He did a good job. He didn't do a good job. Blah blah blah. You know what? He ran the race. He's going to pay the money out. You want to know what? If you were the guy that won $100,000, would you be bitching? Would you? No. You know who bitches? Losers bitch. You know who the worst loser is? The person that finishes second. They're the worst. And I'm thinking about this. Everyone's complaining. The guy who ran the Apple Cup, they didn't train the birds. No. Did you know the guy won $100,000? Oh, that's a bullshit race. No. I hear it going on and on. I don't know. Do you guys want to race for money or you don't want to race for money? I'm good with Leah. How much can we can get everybody a participation ribbon? And we get 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, right to 20th golden ribbons.
Well, that's what they do at in the combines, right? And that's what we want. We want it to do next level, and I don't know if we're ready for next level. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna move on.
You get frustrated. Go ahead.
Thinking about testing the birds, not the money. So Brian's theory is he's not caring about the money. He just wants to test his birds. So I guess, yeah, okay. That's a good point.
300. Send me the birds, $3 bands. I take as many of them as anybody wants. Actually, one guy sends me 200 birds. It's an easier job because you know what? Problems are cut down by only got one loft.
So Troy says on the flyer, we need to have a spot for the one loft and a spot for the Pioneer Weekly Combine to keep it separate on the flyer. Can you show the flyer there? Do you have a flyer there that I printed out? Flyer. Where it has
just grab me that plastic thing.
Sorry.
Thanks, Ricky.
The show there. What the front shows and then what the back shows. And see if that's sufficient for everybody.
Here, give me this camera here, Leah.
Okay, hold on. I'm reading the comments just so I can. Yeah. Oh, hold it down. Closer. Oh. No, other way. Down. There we go. Okay. So there's our flyer. So on the front, it gives the categories for the league, the different price point categories, and then on the back, I believe it says the information about the one loft, right? Right? I don't know. Ryan's volume screwed up again. I love it when technology works.
There it is.
Got it going.
Okay. On the back of it, it says about the one loft, does it not? I don't know.
Well,
Can you put it down, please? Yeah, it has the one loft information, the perch information. I'll try and simplify it over the holidays for everybody and make another flyer that breaks it down a little bit more straightforward, I guess.
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe less photos and more writing is what's needed.
Well, if you don't show them how to band the bird, then they won't band the bird.
Mike Vandriak, local lofts can play the lower cost bands. And OOA flyers need to partner with local handler. Out of area flyers, yes, you're right, Mike. Out of area flyers need to partner with a local handler who might be interested in trying some of their birds. Troy Spencer's a local handler. Troy Spencer, do you want to take people's $3 bands? Let us know. Nobody's told us who, what, or where, or what they're doing. So it's hard for us to even be able to offer up lofts and say, okay, so and so's taking, $3, $10, and $20 bands if you're interested, because nobody said anything. So, and of course, Ryan and Richard, they're only two people, right? And they can only do so much, and they have chosen to only do the $100 bands. And that's their choice, right?
Well, hey, you know what? I got people asking me, are we doing the shows and the this and that? We do a show almost 7 days a week on that one loft. There's no, I hate to say it, there's no life doing it, right? You get everyone, and I hate to say it, everyone and their brother is telling you how to fly. You hold on. You do make one little error. You don't make an error. The birds have a bad day. You have a bad day. Something happens. And you're getting.
Ooh, you got the cat on the other side here.
And you're getting these things, and it's like to do it for people for a $3 band. I know you want me to do the testing, but I don't know.
I'll tell you, I'll take $3 bands, but the prize money,
There's no prize money.
no 99%. I'll take. They get 1%.
1%.
Troy says that he will take a limited amount. Brian Mansker, any Porsche birds in upcoming auctions? Yes, Brian, and the Bob Durr auction that's open right now. Lot number 1, Wolverine 911, direct from Wolverine and Porsche 911 blood. Bob Durr, lot number 1. I know that one off the top of my head. If I looked a little further, I could probably give you a couple more lots. What is the cat gonna knock the camera over? Because we don't
can
know.
you just
that
get
right
the
now.
cat off there,
Bronco.
please? Don't call him. You're just gonna. This is the worst Monday of the year. What is it?
Yeah,
the first
pretty much.
Monday of the month?
Daniel Herman, what is the best way to resettle pigeons to my loft after purchasing?
Resettle pigeons to your loft.
Like if Daniel buys some pigeons at a show, at an auction from somebody, and then brings them back to his loft, what should he do with them?
Get them in your loft and get them eating and drinking good. Then I always like to back feed off, and I let them out in the aviary and I call them in. You play with the feed a little bit, miss a day, call them in, feed them. Make sure they're going in and out of the aviary. And then when you do decide to let them out, I wouldn't do it at all in the winter because you're going to lose them. In the spring, just open the chute and let them be out on their own. But I mean, if you're buying auction birds, I don't think I'd be settling to. I wouldn't be messing around with that. But if someone sends you birds to fly, you just get them out in the aviary and you use the feed. You teach them, come in with the call. They know they're called good. They know you're good. They play with you. And you should be okay. And never scare them out. Just leave them be.
There you go. Okay, next. What do we want to talk about? What else? There's no other comments or questions.
Oh, so we got the course there. That's figured out. And again, we're talking people, even in the Pioneer Club here, we're getting the razzle-dazzle about the benzing clock. I don't know.
At one time,
we know that
we had only benzing and we had junior clocks. Right. Let's say 50 years ago. That was it.
Now the people have bought, and this is the thing. I don't know if the people think that we're not going to be around here or what. Like we're going to pack this in. We're not going anywhere. Your benzing clock is the clock of the future. It's the clock that everyone's using now. In Spring Hill, they all use Benzing. Nobody's using Unicon. It's an outdated old piece of shit. Tips, it's an old piece of shit. I hate to say it, but they are. They're a piece of shit.
They're a modern
Piece of shit. Piece of shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in Europe, they all use benzene.
But here's the thing. The new clock, it's $1,170. It's $100 a month. You got a top of the line clock that gives you all the information you need. Now people are saying, "Oh, I'd like to fly in the Pioneer Club, but I don't want to buy a new clock. I don't want to buy a clock." So you want us to do the results. There's thousands of dollars on the line, and we make a mistake. Who do they come after first, Leah?
Us.
Us. And you know what? I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. Oh, you did the result wrong. You're too cheap to buy a clock. You're too cheap to buy a clock. And you know what? We're giving rebates. We're giving rebates.
Chris Marshman, love Benzing, best clock I ever used. Thank you. Right?
Good.
I mean, using is believing, right? I think maybe a lot of people just don't see the value in it because they've never used it. But once you use it, you're going to be like, why did I not do this 5 years ago?
If I can make this statement, benzene has been around since 39. Okay? How many of you folks have been born like
Before that time.
in this time?
No, yeah.
Okay. I was born in 1952.
I don't get your point. Listen.
No, what I'm saying is,
Right.
One guy said to me, "Oh, I don't know about this benzene. This is kind of new. This is kind of new here."
He was a
Wait,
new flyer.
I don't care who he was. He says, "This is kind of new here."
But what's the point of this?
How long have you been around, man?
I'm almost at the point with Pioneer Club. I don't give a shit what clock you want to bring. Bring it. When I get the result, then I give you the result. Why? Because you're not taking anything seriously. I'm just getting frustrated with the shit I got to hear about all these other clocks. Well, my combine, they use the Benzene, or they use the Unicon clock, and that's the only one we're allowed to use over there.
The combine.
God.
I should say in the local years, in the last 20 years, 30 years, we got Unicon, we got Tips, they came in. Okay?
Yeah.
So
it's going to phase out. It's going to phase out.
It's like I said, benzene's been around since 1839.
But I'm saying $1,100 for the top of the line benzene clock. I know. It's a little expensive. It's not. It's not.
It's today.
It's today. I mean,
my cell phone cost me $900.
Yeah,
for my cell phone.
Go break your cell phone. It's real funny. We simply go and buy a cell phone.
Don't
like
drop it in the water.
No.
In the
how many people do you know that they break their cell phone today and by tomorrow afternoon they got a new cell phone? Oh, I can't live like, you know what? I just upgraded to the iPhone XGFRT. It was $1,500. I splurged. I got it. Great photos. Great. Great photos. Back to you, Leah.
Antonio Rodriguez, how much does it cost to ship 2 birds to Canada? Right?
Well, for the guys that are coming into the Pioneer, that Richard and myself, and I guess that Mike's handling, because I'll bring those birds in for free to ship them.
Okay, so if you're bringing birds
from the U.S.
from the U.S. for our one loft, for any of our handlers to handle, or for our Pioneer League, we will import them for you at no charge. But normally it's, what's the new pricing? Seeing as how all the rules, regulations, laws, and the whole 9 yards have been changed. What's the new price to?
Roughly, if you want to bring birds in from the U.S., you're looking around $100 a bird. And again, I'm going to tell you, I'm probably the most expensive. I do it right. I do it the right way. I do it the legal way.
So you don't put them underneath the seat of your
I don't do anything stupid. So I don't want to hear that shit.
Oh,
I do it, but I don't work. Oh, I don't work for $10 a bird. That Dale's there.
Well,
he worked. He did great work. Right. Worked $10 a bird. The first bird was $25. And the next bird was $10 a bird. You want to know what? The pigeon guys ragged them. It was still too expensive. You know what? He packed it in last week. You know what he said? I can't take this shit no more. I don't disagree. It's shit. You know what? You guys want to cross the border? You guys want to know? Leah, what's it like when you cross the border? What does it feel like?
It's the worst experience ever. And Ryan was doing it monthly, sometimes twice a month. They treat you like a criminal going in. They treat you like a criminal coming back. You basically have a rectal exam by the USDA veterinarians. It is a horrible experience. And
Right.
not worth $10 a bird, not worth 25 a bird, probably not even worth 100 a bird, seeing as now to cross the border back and forth, you have to inject yourself with the vaccination, which I'm not in agreement with, but Ryan had to do it. And to me, that's worth far more than $100 a bird. Moving on. We all know whose bird came home first. Don't know who that is, but yes. Alrighty then. Robert Daughtry, my club used Unicron clock. Wish they would use benzing. I think everybody should use benzing. Just a better way. But anyway. Yeah, so if you're sending birds from the U.S. for our one loft or to compete in our league, we will bring them over at no charge. But only for that. If you're bringing it over for any other reason, it's $100 a bird. $125 for the first and $100 for every bird after. Non-negotiable.
You know, if I want to say something, folks, we do have the Unicron clock. We do have the motherboard for it. Motherboard. That means you people, just wait. You people can come if you have a Unicron. We have a motherboard. Okay? But we're using benzing. Our Unicron clock is underneath this bar here collecting dust. We don't use it.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. You know what? We can get instant results. And I, for some reason, every pigeon guy, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Okay? Ready? Birds are coming. Ring. Hey, Jerry, did you get your birds yet? Yeah, okay. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold, click. Jerry, did you get click. Ring. Hey, Frank, did you get any birds yet? No. Wait. Hold on. Sam. Ring. Sam, did you get your birds? Oh, Sam's got a bird. Okay, hold on. Wait. Ring.
But then Sam lies to you. He lies. He lies.
Guys, you're so dumb. Get a benzing. Put it on your little phone. Put it on your computer. And you know what? When Sam gets a bird, he's not going to lie to you because you see it come right in. We all want instant. We all want it now. Go to a restaurant now. I got to wait in line because of COVID. I want to get in and eat now. I don't want to wait. I want everything now. You know what? Pigeon racing? No. I want to play ring around the rosy bullshit. Waste my Saturday afternoon driving back to a club for strike off to figure out I got my ass kicked. And I got to look at the guy gawking.
Wait a minute. You forgot about you had to go to a wedding.
Oh, yeah. And then I got my wife. Guess what she's doing? She's complaining.
Or your boyfriend.
Or your boyfriend, Gordy. That one's for you.
Yeah.
You know, that you're not home. And all because why?
The whole day.
Because we wanted to save a lousy $1,100 and not get with the times.
How long will that clock last?
Forever.
That's another question.
I don't know.
Will it last 20 years?
No.
No?
Probably longer.
50.
I don't. And Benzing's got a thing. You buy a clock from them, they give you a free battery for life. You can your battery dies, send it in. They put a new battery.
I know our Unicron, our battery died. We had to send the thing out to get it fixed.
It took 6 months. We had to pay for it. Yeah. You know what? I paid $1,500 for that piece of shit.
Dave Grozier says, sorry, Ryan, nothing is worth that shot. Dave, I could not agree with you more, and it's been a very big bone of contention in our household because I do not agree with Ryan having to get the shot, but he did it. So anyway, moving on. This is not going to be a vaccination show, but I'm with you, Dave. I agree with you 100%. Mike Sheridan, LOL, I remember my dad on the phone all day. Yes, it is a thing, you guys.
Well, it's funny, eh? See how dumb pigeon men are? History repeats itself,
well,
right?
The other thing, too, is you got to agree.
What?
Hey, Richard, when'd you get your bird? Oh, I got my bird at 10 o'clock. He lies.
They lie. They all lie.
So all of a sudden you're going, oh, shit. He got his bird at 10 o'clock. Shit, I didn't get mine until 10:10.
The next thing you know, you get...
Then you go to the club, and you figure out you beat the son of a gun.
You know what? One time I got so mad. I got so mad.
You went out and killed all your birds.
No, you know what I did? I got so mad. I put the birds in the basket when they came home, and I went back up the road training. I got pissed. And you want to know what? Just like you said, I went to the club, and that son of a bitch, we beat him bad. You know what? He just mind messed with us, and that was a good move. But you know what?
I don't
think,
answer the phone.
We don't answer the phone, but I think pigeon men, they like the abuse. They do.
Oh, that's like
Abuse.
putting leathers
Robert
on.
Daughtry says that I don't answer my phone. I think a lot of guys don't answer their phone. I know Ryan always says,
No.
"Don't answer it. I'm not talking to them. I don't want to know. I'm not saying nothing." Well, now we do the show, so everybody knows everything. But Mike Vandriak, 125 to change a Unicon battery every 5 years.
Yeah,
There you go.
125. But with the benzing, guaranteed for life.
Mike, how much does it cost you to drive to your club? You've been doing that for how many years? Right? Or you've been doing that for the last 5 years? I don't know. Do the math. You save money with a benzing, hands down. I can't even argue it. It's a stupid argument. You know what? I'm getting rid of my iPhone. I don't even want a cell phone. You know what? I'm going to try and live like that. How's that going to work, Leah?
Nowadays, it's almost impossible.
I know if you go back, you think, I'm gonna be kind of, I gotta go to a wedding.
Right.
I can't. I gotta go to clock off, right?
We get
Yeah.
it. They all get it.
Yeah, right.
They all get it.
Or
They get it. They listen. They get it and they nod their head. I've seen them do it. Yeah, I get it.
it's all about a few bucks.
A few bucks. Meanwhile, the same guys are buying birds and doing this, and I got to go buy the best feed from Versalaga. Oh, I got to go buy new wood for a new loft. Get it right. Get the damn clock that's working for you to save you money right off the hop.
Brian Mansker, we have a group text and we take pictures of the benzing clock. No lying. We have a group text and we take pictures of the benzing clock.
They don't have the live hubs.
Oh,
Buy the live hub.
You need the live hub, Brian.
I think if you get it, like right now we got the deal on there. I think it's $1,170. You get a G2, you get the smart hub, you get a pad. You're set. You don't have to go to Strike Off. It's right there. And for guys that just buy a benzing clock without the smart hub, and you go and buy the pieces after, I think that the smart hub on its own is a $700 or $800 piece.
It's an $800 piece. Yeah. Antonio Rodriguez says going live with benzing is an extra $500, and people I know don't want other people to know what time they get their birds. Aren't they going to know eventually, Antonio? I mean, or do you guys just fly and the results are never published and nobody ever knows? You're just flying blind. Because I'm pretty sure when you guys clock off, you get the results, don't you? So eventually the results are published. So what difference does it make? I don't understand that philosophy at all.
It's like going to the horse race and you never see the winner.
It's like watching. Everyone watches stupid football. So the football games in Canada, United States, football, right? Imagine now you can't watch it. We're not putting it anymore on TV. Why? Because we want to suspend you. Tune in tomorrow to find out who won the game.
No, or hockey. There's 3 periods, right? Yeah. So the second period, you shut the TV off and go to bed and find out because you don't want to see who the winner is.
But I can't. This is what I can't. This is what I'm almost can't putting up with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
It's frustrating.
Maybe you shouldn't be flying pigeons, my friend.
Or they're clubs. These clubs that do this.
Clubs. Go back to flying rollers, man. Keep fantails, fancy birds, feather league birds.
Holy shit! I just thought of something.
What?
Forget racing altogether. Get into show pigeons. That way.
Or even chickens.
No, if you get into show pigeons, all you got to do is kiss the right judge's butt, and you got a shot to win.
Yeah, you call the guy up. You send him a dinner. Like,
you're good.
Some kind of dinner. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
So we
fish
have
fillet chicken.
We have Alfred on the line from the Netherlands. And so my question to you, Alfred, is do you use a benzing? I believe that you do. And does your club use a benzing? What's everybody using over in the Netherlands? So that way it's not like Ryan and I just bullshitting everybody. It's the actual coming from the horse's mouth. So, Alfred, do you use a benzing? Does your club use a benzing? Do your friends use benzing? Let me know in the comments. Back to you, Ryan.
This has been kind of a weird show.
Yeah, it has.
Because I'm Well, I can't. I'm almost getting to the point where I'm getting tired of just like holy jumping, round and around we go on nothing. Like this sport, I'm almost getting to the point. It's bullshit. It's no fun.
I think you're talking to a bunch of cheapskates. We call them cheapskates. That's it.
I don't know.
I don't
I
believe
don't
it
think it's
because
cheap.
these are the same people who I see them spending money on pigeons, spending money on products, spending money on health products and feed. These are the same people who, in the same breath, they're investing all this money on one hand, and on the other hand, they're just turning a blind eye. Like they're doing all this work and spending all this money, and then they're just happy with like racing in a house league combine every week and just
But
getting a piece of paper and that's the part I don't get. It's like how can you go all the way in one aspect and then in the other aspect just be complicit with just like I don't know.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like guys, if you have a moment, type up Pioneer Club of China. Take a look. They're flying for Ferraris and Bentleys
Yeah.
week in, week out. You know what? I want to go to China, man.
Yeah. Oh, and
For
that's where
some
we
reason.
took the inspiration for Pioneer Club here. That's where Ryan and I took it from. We thought to ourselves, okay, well maybe we're not ready for Ferraris and Lamborghinis and $1,000 bands, but I think we're definitely ready for a
But
club where guys can invest $3 a band or $10 a band and make a little bit of money for all that money that they put out every single year. We thought, okay, I think it's time now. Guys are ready here, but I don't think we're ready. I don't think.
but it's amazing. The dump money into one-off races, $1,800 a bird, and the guy doesn't even go and take care of the birds, but they dump it in, and they say, "Well, first prize is $100,000." That's what they say. They get all jazzed up over it. They want, you know what? It's like they want to gamble, but they don't want to gamble. But in China, and I'm using China because I look at it and I go, man, this is beautiful. I mean, they're racing for something. I mean, you know what? It's sure nice getting up in the morning, washing my face, going out to the loft and saying, this week I'm going to go and win the damn Bentley if I can do it, right? But I know everybody else is trying to win that damn Bentley. You know what? Those are the people I want to fly against. I don't think I'm that good. I probably wouldn't beat any of them. But guess what? I'd love to try that out. Please, someone send me there.
Sorry, Ryan. The problem is the entire club has to convert at the same time. That is what is holding people back. I don't know.
I believe there's a fear that the Pioneer Club, we have the benzing unit, they don't have faith. In other words, they think if the Pioneer Club closes, I'm stuck with a benzing. And where am I going to go now? I'm going to go to this club, going to go to this club. Oh, we don't have benzing.
We're going to fail.
Do
you know in Southern Ontario, okay, I challenge every Southern Ontario racing pigeon club. Everyone. I want you to do a video of your clubhouse. I want to see it. I want to see a video. I want to see your fridge, your little bar fridge. I want to see where your clock's set up. I want to see the posters on the wall or pictures of the birds that guys have won, the trophies.
Yeah.
You know what? Like I see in New Jersey, they got a big pigeon club there, or the Gulf Coast homing pigeon club. They got a great clubhouse. They got a beer fridge. You know what I see here? You know what I see here?
Not here.
No, right here. Right here. In Southern Ontario, down the road. You used to be a part of it.
Not in this club.
Not in this club. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Focus on what I'm saying. Okay, good. Focus in. You know the old club, York Far North Club, that now turned into the York Region Invitational Racing Pigeon Club. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say names. I'm supposed to be quiet. Listen, they've got, a blue steel box shipping container.
Shipping container.
They're running their club out of a shipping container with a generator.
I've seen that container. I went to Cuba. I've seen the same container.
Could you just let me finish instead of giving me your stupid joke?
No, that's
you want me to tell you a stupid joke? We're worse than a third world country when we're shipping out of a storage container. There's 10 or 15 or 20 members in the club, and not one of them has said, well, could we go to your house and ship? They're shipping out of a container. You know what? I think I'm going to go fly in Cuba.
If you don't mind me saying, but I know we have members from that club. They come here for the open house regular, and they almost feel like our club member.
Because
they're not in our club.
Because we allow them to be.
Because they feel comfortable coming here.
We got guys shipping at the York region. They come over after shipping at that shithole. They come here and they have a beer and a hot dog and they talk to the guys. You know what? You want me to tell you? I need you people to dig deeper. Wake up a bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that.
Well, can I ask a question? Why are we good enough to come after the fact and for a beer and a hot dog and to have fun, shoot the shit with the guys, but we're not good enough for you to come and race your pigeons every week with us? Why is that? That's offensive to me. Maybe it shouldn't be, but that offends me. I don't understand the logic behind that. If you're going to support us, if you're having fun in one way, why would you not support us in the other way? I don't know. Okay, let me get back to the comments here because we're going off on tangents.
I love tangents.
Mike Sheridan, what about a club fundraiser or financing? So with financing, that's a great idea. And we offered that. We had guys, and I will not say who the guys were, who did purchase benzing clocks to fly this season. And they paid monthly, and we're totally cool with that. Whatever you can afford, 50 a month, 100 a month until it's paid off. We're completely flexible. We're completely open. We're completely willing to work with people. Absolutely. We've done it in the past and we're willing to do it again. All you got to do is ask. We don't know who needs financing and who doesn't need financing. We don't know who needs a payment plan and who doesn't. You have to come. We're very approachable. Come and ask. Hey, I'd really like a clock. It's now December. Race straight season starts in July. I can give you $100 a month until it's paid for. No problem. No problem.
And if you know what, if you can't afford it, let me know. We'll run a fundraiser for you. We're going to use your name, get you on the show, and you want a clock. We're going to do a fundraiser. Jump rope for Hart. Ricky's going to jump rope.
Whatever, we could do fundraisers. Antonio, it's not the same. Sorry, I'm losing my voice again, guys. It's not the same if you know who is the winner. No one really wants to go to the clubhouse. Everyone is losing the other part of racing pigeons, the gathering of the members. So I think what Antonio is saying is people like to come twice. Like they like the whole aspect of coming for shipping night and then coming for clock off.
Clock off.
Maybe that's because it's just all that they know, right? I don't know. We have a great time on shipping night, and I think once a week we give our all to shipping night. We have a great time, and then we're good for a week. But that's just how we've done it in our club.
Yeah, I mean we do the barbecue and we do food going here. We have drinks. We're trying to get a little cornhole league going a little bit. Make one. We like one night a week shipping. I don't need to see people after that. I just, you know what are we all short on in life? We're all short in time. You can't get it back, eh? Every day that goes by is one day you're less on this lovely planet. So Benzin's trying to save you some time. That's all Benzin's trying to do, is save you a little bit of time. And actually, you know what? You don't love your pigeon club. You don't love them. You know what you do? You love your family, right? And your friends that you don't get time for. And you know that one day a week that you go to strike off, you don't need that. You can spend that with someone else and enjoy their company. That gives you another outlet, right? Maybe your kids want to go to soccer, go to the movies, or you want to go to the zoo. Or you know what? You just want an afternoon off.
Maybe you want to go, mother-in-law's coming over for her birthday.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Mike Vandriak, that is how the Golf Homing Club bought 100 members new benzing with doing fundraisers. Mike, I'm all about fundraisers. We want to get the club members clocks, do fundraisers, no problem. But it starts with the members have to support us first before we're going to start doing fundraisers for people who can't even commit to whether or not they want to race in our club and buy $3 bands this season. What are we doing here? Right? You know, Brian and I and Richard will go the distance. I think we've proved that for the last 4 years, whether it's in auctions or one loft or shows or whatever it is that we do. We go the distance, but we need you guys to go the distance for us as well here. It's a two-way street. Combe van Zoren from the Netherlands. From the Netherlands. He lives in the racing pigeon mecca of the freaking world. says, I would love to live and fly with you. With us.
Thank you.
With us.
Fucking Hail Mary.
We're
Thank
getting
you.
ready to send Ryan on a plane to take this idea, to take this somewhere else, to Europe or somewhere where they see the potential, because I just don't know if they see it here or see the value. I don't know. But thank you, Alfred. That means a lot to us.
No, and I appreciate that. I love the guys here. We were blackballed from where we flew. We were put in a corner and told to sit there and shut up. And I hate that, because the combine that we did fly, we flew it there. That was the first club I was a part of. Was that there? That Pigeon Club. He would take me to the club. We're not a part of that no more. And you know what? We either got out of this sport, or we said, we're going to fix the problem. We're going to start something where people can come and have fun and enjoy racing and have good, hard-nosed, fun, old school, real racing pigeons. And that's what we did. We've done it the last few years. And if the people would just believe a little bit in what we're doing, we're going to grow real quick. But you know what? I hear it, eh? Well, if I go to you, the other combine won't take me back. You know what? I think we should bring Hitler back.
Why would you want to be part of a combine like that to begin with? Why would you want to be part of a club or an organization who says to you, if you associate with this person, you are not welcome on our property. If you talk to this person, you cannot fly with us. Why would you want to participate in something like that? I personally have more respect for myself than to want to participate in somewhere who's going to dictate to me who I can and cannot associate with, who I can and cannot fly with. I'm better than that, and so are you guys.
There you go. And it is what it is.
It's like buying a Dodge pickup.
Dad, these damn stories you come up with.
No, that's what Leah's saying. They're dictating to you like Hitler, right? But I bought a Dodge pickup truck.
I understand.
And then I go to Ford and I walk into Ford and say, see that Dodge? I want to buy a Ford. You know what they're going to tell me? Come on in. Okay, they don't say you drove Dodge. I don't want to see you anymore. Right.
That's what we were saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But thanks for the story on it again.
There's no story.
Okay, it was a good story.
Anyway, regardless, if people don't catch on or people don't want to do it, we will run the One Loft. We will run the Pioneer. Even if it's just the three of us doing it or whatever, we're going to carry on as long as we can continue to carry on, because we feel that it's where we want to be. And it's where we want to see racing going in this country. And we want to be a role model maybe for other countries who look in and say, hey, maybe we can do this where I am. It's not 1930s anymore. It's 2021. It's time to evolve.
Yeah. What do they say? Evolve or die.
Evolve or die. You're right. Evolve or die.
But not in pigeon sport. They're going to spend a thought. And you know what? You look at a lot of these guys that say they can't do it. They're dropping birds in the Hoosier, Pattaya, Africa Gold, the Salem, all these races everywhere around. They're just dropping money in. They can afford it. They're just not looking at the big picture.
Van Zoren says, may I tell you something? Because we fly too fast, him and his daughter Kiki, we also have to leave the club without reason. See? So they have the same BS over where he is. That's sad. That makes me sad. Alfred, you want to come to Canada? Your membership's paid for life. You come on over. You can play at the Pioneer whenever you want. You and Kiki and your whole family. That's sad. That's terrible.
Well, maybe I could take our club over there and we could just start a club there. Alfred, do you think this club will work over there?
Yeah. Maybe we'll start it up there.
I'd rather go there.
Mike Vandiak, anyone that says the old combine would not take them back is being disingenuous. That is a fake excuse. People fly in both organizations now. The combine would not take us back, nor would we want to go back, Mike, but that is not disingenuous. That's a fact. We've been kicked out of the combine. We were kicked out of the CRPU. And as a matter of fact, our friends at the ARPU have also kicked us out. So sorry, I'm just going to throw that out there. It's not disingenuous. It's a fact. It's a fact when it comes to us.
And as we say, Mike, don't tell me what you think you know. Tell me what you know.
We were banned from buying ARPU bands. If your last name is Zonikin, you're no longer allowed to buy ARPU bands either.
Do you want to? I can say it in a word.
Fuck.
Those what you call CU organization and the AF.
Not the IF, the AU.
The AU. I hate to say it, and I hope they're listening. They're scum. Period.
Mike says your case is different. You didn't get kicked out for flying in the Pioneer. No, we didn't, Mike. Why did we get kicked out, Mike? Why? Tell me why. You tell me why we got kicked out. I'd like to know. Daniel
Leah.
Herman, you always do a great job at the Pioneer race. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel, how is the new race loft coming along? Have you made progress on it? Looks great on the race day shows. How come you don't tell us about the new progress and the ideas? Antonio, change is never easy. Keep it up. You almost got me sending some birds. Well, we hope you do send birds because we do have a great time. And if you send birds and you send to our one loft, you do get to watch the show all summer long and take part of it. And we have a fun time. We really do. We try anyway. We try. The new race loft. Well, it's winter here now. And maybe it's your loft, so maybe you can explain what's going on with it and when you're going to start.
We're going to start working on it at the end of February, and we're going to have it set up the way I want it. That's it.
Well, it's going to be
Right.
And we're going to take you guys along for the fun. You guys are going to get to watch Loft Manager Richard set it up the way he wants his loft set up and see his ideas and how they differ from Ryan's.
Yeah, it'll be a little different, but he still get the job done, and that's the main thing. You know, and I did have met 3 real nice guys from the London area. I can't remember the names, but there's 3 nice guys that are with the race birds, and they're putting birds in our race. And they had a great question. Well, is Richard going to be doing these shows? And I said, we're going to divide up the shows between me and Richard. We're going to set some cameras up so Richard doesn't have to hold cameras, but you'll be able to see the birds, and we'll have an earbud in them so he can talk to you people and show. But yes, there will be cameras on Ricky.
There will be cameras. We're gonna do it the same way, and you guys are gonna get to follow along in both lofts.
That'll be fun.
So we spoke about these combines, the CU, and if Susan,
Dad, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Right. We're done with that.
Okay.
Enough. Yeah, we're done. You know what? You can't fix stupid, so we ain't going to try and fix it. It's done.
Dave Crozier, how many things did you get kicked out of? Everything. Kicked out of everything.
I bet you if I go and try and buy IF bands, I'll bet you the IF kicked us out. I bet you anything.
I bet you. We should try just for fun.
And then guess what? Ryan,
I can get you back in.
Ryan,
all I have to do is a few more Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I'm going to show you then how stupid.
It's the cancel
how stupid
culture.
All the unions are.
Right.
I'm going to show them how stupid all the unions are when I buy rings from all of them, eh? Mm-hmm. I'm going to buy rings from every one of them in the end. Mm-hmm. And they're going to go, oh no, how do you get the bands? And I'll say, because you're all just a bunch of volunteers. Anyway. Alfred, send me some rings. You know what? I don't want to put an AU band on. I don't want to put a CU band on. You know what? Third world flying. Forget it.
Alrighty. On that note, should we do Ricky Show and Tell? Hi, Jay-Z. Nice to see you on. Do you want to do Ricky Show and Tell? It's now 10 to 10, and I think we're all getting tired and cranky.
Oh, we're not getting tired and cranky. I'll grab...
Frank Eichhorn's asking, what are we doing for bands for 2022?
I'll get you bands. I'll get bands. I have to break the law, but I'll get bands. No, I'm gonna call the CU and say my name's Bobby Jones, right? I'm a brand new flyer. Here's my membership, and could I get some wings? I want 20. I want
Okay,
24
go.
wings.
This is going
I
off
want
the rails.
2,500.
Let's go.
Give me 2,500 rings.
All right.
Please.
Lot number 3. No.
Don't worry about the bands, Frank. Where there's a will, there's a way. We'll get you bands. Not to worry. Steven, you folks do an outstanding job at the Pioneer Village. Well, thanks. Speaking of the Pioneer Village, we had somebody come today. Who came today? We should probably give them a shout out. I wasn't there, but Dad, who came today to visit the village? What was his name?
Dave Wood?
No, the other
Dave
fellow
Wood.
from Wasaga Beach. Who came from Wasaga Beach today to visit?
Oh,
Matt.
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
So give a shout out to
Nice.
Mark, who found us on YouTube or on Facebook and decided he wanted to come and check the village out, and he came down for a visit, which was lovely. It's nice to see.
And the other thing was like a snowstorm came.
Well, can I ask you a question? When you hear Leah talking, you don't let her finish, then you just cut her off.
It's
Listen, focus.
Fine. Alfred, I think you are. I think you've been kicked out because they can't have it. They see you busy with the pigeons all day long, and they can't do that. You come to Europe, and they can't have that. Everything revolves around friends. If you go against, you will be removed. Alfred, you're so right. I can't even tell you how right you are. You're very right. You hit the nail right on the head. And he English isn't even his first language, and he lives 10,000 miles away, and he can see exactly what's going on. Wow. Good job. Anyway, who do we got there, Ryan?
We've had a lot of people ask about a couple lots I wanted to show, but lot number 1 on the Bob Duracell.
Let's move him over closer to the wall. The wall. There we go. Which lot is that? Lot 1?
Lot 1.
Oh, this is the Wolverine 911, right?
Yeah.
Let me get I'll get his lot up. We can just have a look. This is lot 1 in the Bob Duracell for Ricky Show and Tell. Guys, why are we showing this one?
Everyone is all jacked up on Wolverine and Porsche. The Porsche blood from the headquarters there at PIPA. And it's got all, I guess you could say, the loaded money-winning bloodlines. Again, I would say right now, this could be, with the Kittle, the biggest flavors of the month for pigeons. I mean, pigeons, they are winning. We're not going to say that they're not. They are winning pigeons. And this has got both. You've got your Wolverine and your Porsche blood. Bob Dura spent loads and loads of money acquiring some super children and grandchildren from these birds, and this is one of them here. A little bit of a different pigeon, a bigger pigeon, a little bit of extra deep. Vents are a little bit open. Is he my absolute favorite? Not my favorite, but the pedigree. The pedigree is super loaded. It's got a nice eye. But we've had some people ask tonight, do you have any Wolverine or Porsche blood? And I thought we'd show this one here.
Now, this is a grandson of Wolverine from Gannis Family Lofts and Porsche 911 from the PIPA Elite Center. Brought to you by Bob Dura.
Yeah. Got the nice white flights. Real cocky pigeon. Soft, super silky feathers on it. Loads and loads of feathers. Gorgeous eye. A real looker. He looks a little nicer than he is in your hands. I'm not gonna lie. That's how he is. He's very full of fight. Full of fight. This lot number 1.
There we go. One of our shows and tells. Online now, by the way. Auction closes Friday. We will be live with Bob Dura and his live manager on Wednesday night over at Feathers League Pigeon Auctions for breeder question and answer.
I'll grab the number 1 in the P&D.
Okay, we're going to look at lot number 1 on David Peters' the P&D Breeding and Racing Study UK featuring David Peters. Who's David Peters? He is a sprint superstar from Michelin, Belgium. He's got a lot of Pitbull. Who does he got? Let me take a look at his auction and see. I can't remember, even though I did the pedigrees. I believe it's Pitbull or yeah, Pitbull. He's got a lot of Pitbull, Tarzan, Lines, Kittle. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, this lot number one, and
that's the pencil, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this pencil cock here, this is a hell of a pigeon. This is the type of pigeon I like to work with. He's built proper. He's a little larger, nice cast to him. You see the back as I turn, solid one-pin tail. The tail is vibrating on this guy. He's built like a piece of steel rebar, but he's got the buoyancy for his size. The forearm is super tight. You know what I feel? The man who bred this pigeon has super pigeon fingers. Super gorgeous eye. Again, he's got the beautiful penciling, nice thick bars, great vibration, beautiful wing. This is just this one here is just, to me, this is a no-brainer. This is one of those birds you walk through the room and you go, yeah, this is the one.
So this is lot number one in the David Peters online auction, open now. This bird's directly from the loft of David Peters in Belgium. Band is a Belgium band, Belgium 2020. Alfred, can I send a picture of breeding with Pipa? Sure, you can send a picture, of course. Michael Peebler, greed and selfishness on backstabbing is mostly the problem in the pigeon sport. More now since more money is on the line. Well, sure, money like makes anybody crazy. Mike Vandriak, what is the backstory on Pitbull? Ryan?
You'll have to tune in for the show, Mike. I can't tell you, Mike, I can't tell you everything, but I will say one thing. I like this group of 11. To show this guy here, I'm not being fair. There's quite a few in this sale that I really like. They are very much peas in a pod. They feel the same. A lot of them feel the same, but they've got a type of muscle that is super. They got great muscle on these birds. And again, you want to see another one with super muscle. The lot number 3. He's a checker cock. He's vicious. You can see these birds are very easy to motivate. Sprint pigeons, I always say, are the smartest pigeons. You'll go a lot further with sprint pigeons, I believe, than you will with distance pigeons. I just like the sprint pigeons. And I think in North America, for all these races going on, you just need sprint to medal. You don't need much long distance.
Centura is asking, when does this auction end? The auction closes Friday night. So the Bob Dura auction closes 7:00 p.m. Eastern time, which is New York time. And the David Peters closes at 9:00 Friday night. Hopefully that helps you out there.
Look at this guy. He's a beauty.
Yeah, he sure is.
I tell you, this is the way God intended a racing pigeon to be. And when you hear me say that, I want to buy it. Like this pigeon, I got no problems. You want to go to $3,000 on him? I buy him all day long. I handle him. He's perfect. Whoa.
So Mike Vandriak says, Bill Sheridan and I bought 2 direct sons of Pitbull from Belgium. Must be different Pitbull. Well, yeah, no, Pitbull is from Carl Lanen, who's a Belgian.
Yeah, but this is an earlier time, I would believe. I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
Pitbull's a 2007. Here, I've got his. Just a minute here. I'll just put up his. There. There he is. There. Pitbull, Super Racer and Super Breeder. He's a Belgium 2007. Well, it says Rudy Van Heath. I thought it was from Carl Lane, and I'm so damn confused. Anyway, from Belgium anyway. Pitbull. This Pitbull. That's where this lot number 1 comes from.
Take a look at that eye on that. Hey, Alfred, what do you think of that eye?
Yeah, like what do you even call that eye?
You know what? Yeah, like it says money in the bank eye.
Money in the bank. Okay, moving on. You want to show anything else, or are we gonna wrap this up?
Um, I'll show one more from. I guess I'll go with the P and D.
Well, then we got
I'll
to show the
go
red.
with. I'll go with lot 11. I know it's a blue, and I'll go with
Lot
11.
11 from David Peters.
Yeah. Hold
Okay.
on.
Well, that's the direct out of Super Racer or breeder. Who is that? Inbred pit bull, daughter of proven breeding hen Lenka. It's another pencil. Ryan's got a thing for pencils. Oh no, wait a minute. Are you talking about lot 11 or lot 10, Ryan? I don't know. He can't hear me. Mike Vanderyak, ours were Grizzles. Must be a coincidence. Well, who was your pit bull? Who did you buy it off of? Who was the breeder? And then we'll see if we're talking about the same one. Ryan, is that lot 11 or lot 10?
Lot 11.
The blue bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's this guy here, lot 11 from David Peters. Direct daughter of super breeder. Ooh boy, I can't say this name. De Gabraltre and Goldie Pitbull. Goldie Pitbull, super breeder at David Peters of Michelin, breeder to over 17-time firsts in Belgium and the UK. Woohoo. Why do you like that one?
Just she's nice. She's right. She's tight. Ricky, we both like her. The only fault maybe on her is her vents are a little open. She's got super amounts of feather quality, soft, silky. She's balanced. I think she'd go on to number 1. Pretty darn nice. Very, very
Schneip,
nice pigeon.
Schnipey
Snipey.
face.
Yeah.
Schnipey little face.
And she's got a little hook beak on her. She's, beautiful. And again, I think looking even at the Bob Durr, I go with the lot number 3 hen. What a pigeon that is. Real nice. But this one here, nice, 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 nice. You feel the quality, super feather quality. Everything in this bird just seems to be right. There, I matched you up a pair, 1 to 11. You'll get 3 good youngsters out of them.
There you go. So don't miss out on these 2 auctions, guys. And if you're in the area this Saturday, come on down for our final open house of 2021. Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun open house. We're even gonna have face painting.
Even face painting.
Free.
We'll have bands on sale for anybody who wants to buy bands. Bands will be on sale. We just don't want you guys to miss the boat because I know people are pairing up and they're starting to breed. And if you guys forget about these bands, I don't know. You're going to be flying in house league, I guess.
And another thing, guys, remember, I know it's hard. Oh, I have to pick the bird at 7 days old. It makes you a better breeder. Everyone is in the same boat. They all have to pick at the same age. Nobody can magically ban them at a later time. All in the same boat. All in the same boat. It's okay. It's okay. Do you want to become better?
I think we
I
all
don't
do.
know.
Okay. All right.
I do.
So on that note, anything else, Ryan?
No, I think it was a fun show. Sorry we had to do a little ventilation this week. This was a ventilation week, right? Every week can't be the same. It is what it is. Come on, guys. Step up. Support.
Yep.
That's it, really. I mean, we'll have Bob Durr on Wednesday. I got to talk to Darren there and see if he's going to be on. I guess he'll be on Thursday. I have to get in touch with him.
Okay. Well, great show. Have a great week, everybody. I guess, check out feathersleypigeonauctions.com for the 2 auctions coming up. I guess we'll talk to you next Monday. In the meantime, if you have
Enjoy your
questions
week,
about
guys.
bands, give Ryan a call, 416-990-0187. If you want to end off the show, Ryan, I'll say goodnight to all.
Give me a shout if you have questions. Thanks for your support, guys. Enjoy those pigeons. Keep your heads up. Day by day we go. We'll keep going. We're not going to stop. We're not going to quit. We're going to vent every once in a while, but we're going to keep going. And Rookie, thanks for telling us about Circovirus. Have a great evening, guys. Bye for now.